How's it going, everyone? I am live here at Paintball Room of My Life. How's everybody doing? I'm pulling up my phone so I can actually read you guys. Just 1 second. All right, 592. I'm 8 subscribers away. I hate having to take surveys. Everybody doing good? All right, got 6 people watching, 6 thumbs ups. Thumbs up. Sweet. Live chat. There we go. I've started it. 8 subs for the free giveaway. Isaac, no, you cannot use the Proto-Rise solenoid in the GOG Ecstasy. You're still here. I thought you were going home. No, I decided Brad's he's going to head out. He's going to let me lock up and everything. So, but I do have a special guest coming on. It's not Link, even because Link doesn't want to be on here with me. So, how's everybody doing tonight? I had a good time on Brad's Paintball Room of Life Thursday night live stream here at Predator Paintball in Sacramento, California. First trivia question. Does it feel weird streaming on a good camera? No, I've got a good camera. Hello? It's my phone. That's what every person, they're always like, I'm a professional photographer because I got this phone. I can take pictures of my little Johnny playing baseball. So that's a good camera. Just wipe the Vaseline off my lens. I don't have any Vaseline on the lens, but I will. What do you think of the LTR? I think it's a cheaper version of the die rotor. Die rotor's a good platform. It jams a little bit much for me, but if I had a paintball field, I don't think there is a more durable hopper. They are made out of cement and concrete. Now, we do have a special guest here. Let me go ahead and introduce my guest for tonight. Brad, step up here. Let's give it up for Brad Johnson. Okay, I'm kidding. He's not even going to show up tonight. But, hey, there he is.
This is weird.
This is weird. So what's going on? If you need a drink, I've got your
I feel like
coffee.
we just did this. Didn't we just do this?
It's like the exact same, but the opposite. Ben posted. What? My brother posted? He does not get on here very often. So let's see. Everybody, real fast, give a thumbs up for Link. Hey there, buddy. Again, this is going to be an abbreviated session. It's not going to be the hour-long session. Everyone knew this was coming. How? How could you imagine that? Different seats? No, this is my normal seat that I'm always in. You like my new studio?
It's all purple back there.
How do you know how to do this? So, thumbs up, Boston Terrier? Yes. Who's playing paintball this weekend? Well, first, Isaac, you've got... Okay, yeah. Wait for me to say go. I'm not going to be able to type it, but you have to wait until I say go after this question. Now, Isaac has a good question. What color fill was in the Gator Black ball? Gator Black was made by Marbleizer. Back in the day, it was PMI. They just are coming back with the Marbleizer, the Gator Black. Chris, this is not Brad's channel right now. Talking about I live 700 miles away from you. Still going to steal your dog? No, you're not.
I hope it's not my channel. I hope we did this right. That'd be weird.
It's not your channel. So, go. All right, DJ and Norm, y'all are both before I answered, or before I said go. So remember, you got to answer after I say go. So go. What color was in it? There we go. Ben Crulin, I know Ben Crulin.
That's weird. You guys have the same last name.
That's crazy. We might be related. So that's the first trivia question. Isaac, whenever you see the answer, let them know. I've got about 8 more people to go before I give away this big old slab of pizza. It's also a nice mouse pad. This thing is what? What do you think of that? 18 inches?
Yeah.
18 by 12, something like that?
Yeah.
It's
something very similar, at least, to that.
Yeah. It's got all the O-ring sizes and everything. But yeah, once I get 600, if I get 600 tonight, then I'll come back and give this away on Tuesday because I can't see how many people I got now.
If you're prone to epilepsy, epileptic seizures, look away.
I kind of like it.
I got all these cool like features on here.
You have a 110-inch monitor. Holy
Oh.
crap! You're like,
Monitor or TV?
I could just imagine doing editing on photos.
A 16K 110-inch TV.
Right.
You gotta sit so far away though, or it just looks terrible. Like big displays are awesome, but smaller displays with same resolution at a closer distance are gonna look the same.
Yes. See, Armando says a G-Tech Inspire and a Ninja 50-4500 is a good setup. Yeah, I like it. I mean, depends on what price. If it's $1,000, then no. But I mean, G-Tech's a good marker. I love Ninja tanks. I like the 50. People call it a peanut. I actually call it a grapefruit.
I call it a 50.
He's very literal.
No, really though, because people call like the 72s stubbies and peanuts and stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
Do you mean the 4850 thing, or like the 7072, or it's kind of confusing.
See, to me,
so
a
I
peanut,
prefer to actually call it the correct
50.
size.
A peanut to me is like this. It's almost like a dumbbell because it's not going to be round most of the time. A peanut is not. The
Like
peanuts
the
that I think
peanut
of,
shell?
the shells. That's what I
Okay,
go by.
all right.
The peanut is actually more round, but I call the 4500s that are
You call
like
that
a
a
smaller
peanut.
version of the 68, the same shape. To me, that's more of a peanut.
No, that's why it makes more sense to just be like 45.
Because everybody has a different.
God, it's so confusing. Look at the like flicker. There's this cool like, where's the campfires? There's like a campfire one.
Brad Ian says thanks for signing his invoice on the stickers that he ordered.
Oh yeah, I do that. I do that for everyone, mainly because like I don't know. I really am like grateful. I'm not like I feel like it's rude of me to be looking at my phone while I'm doing
I
this.
was getting ready to say something, just because.
But I'm trying to like make the cool campfire look in the background. It's not working. No, I am really grateful for all the like people that buy stuff and like, you know, it's awesome. So like really it is very much appreciated. So I put little handwritten letters. Not letters, not like a letter. Little notes to people on invoices. I don't know.
So Isaac, I'll get to
Yeah.
that in a minute. But Brandon, Ryan is correct. If you're going to go with the G-Tech or the G-Tech 160R, go with the 160R. Now, if you can get a G-Tech for like $100, which I don't think you're going to. I mean, everything is dependent on price. So if you have a G-Tech 160R that's available to you for $900 or a G-Tech that's $100, get the G-Tech. But if it's the same, if it's brand new, regular mat pricing or normal used pricing, the G-Tech 160R is a better marker. The G-Tech 160R is really, really impressive. It's an actual tournament level marker, not a marker that you can play tournaments with. It's actually almost as good as the top quality markers, in my opinion. What do I think about the Virtue Vio Ascend? Armando, man, that's you again. They're goggles. They're good. I personally prefer other goggles, like the Dye i5s, the E-Flex from Empire, and the ProFlex, and the Profilers, and...
I feel like I just talked for an hour. That's why I'm not really like adding any input. And I like this. I'm trying to get this light to do something cool.
Brad is the lighting director today. So Isaac has a second question. You got to wait for me to say go. So, what company did V-Force used to be? Go.
What?
What company did V-Force used to be? Go.
I don't know the answer to that one.
Have I ever tried a proto fighter or dye jetpack? I have not. I don't wear packs.
Jake just carries all his paws in his arms.
Carry my Walmart bag.
I have. I like those packs a lot, actually. They don't make the proto. So, They're the same price because they don't actually make the Proto Fighter pack anymore. I mean, you can probably still buy it, but like, Dye discontinued the Proto packs and replaced them with the Dye Jet packs. That sounds confusing. So, Dye owns Proto.
It's kind of like Chevy and GMC.
Yeah, same thing. I like them. I mean, they're priced well. I like the way they fit. The belt isn't like as wide. It's a little more narrow. So I actually prefer the way they feel. I think they're comfortable. So I like them. They have a really long belt, so if you're a little bit more rotund than the average fellow, it fits around your midsection a little better.
I think you said your gut on your video.
I don't know.
The
Had a fat guy packs.
Yeah. You know, if you got a big gut. See, knee pads. Which ones do I use? Asked Oliver Zorick. When I use them, I use the Dye Perform knee pads. They're nice and thick, almost like volleyball knee pads. But I don't use them very often. If I'm going to a scenario game where I know that I'm going to be out there playing a long time, or if I'm taking photos on the paintball field, I'll wear them because I'm going to be kneeling down 99% of the time.
Mm-hmm. I like the Dye pads too, so.
Crazy Gamer, I agree with you 1,000,000%. Get to 1,000 subs so we can start super chatting. Yeah, and as soon as we are, you are invited. And where's Jason Martin? I hadn't seen Jason Martin today.
Yeah, Jason.
I think he had to leave.
Did he? I didn't see. It's a Halloween theme right there.
Someone said Empire. I'm assuming that's knee pads. Let's see. Hardcore Gamer 31.
V-Force. Have anyone answered the V-Force question?
I have not been paying attention to that.
That might have been what the Empire thing was.
So, Sizik, if you've seen somebody with the correct answer, you let us know.
This is the Memorial Day theme for the light.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's just bright-ass red.
Let's see, Hardcore Gamer 31. Hey, I'm new to paintball and just started watching your videos, and I'm already loving you guys. Hey, I appreciate it. If you have not subscribed to Paintball Ruin My Life, do it. I'll give you about 5 seconds to go do it right now.
That's where we're at.
3, 2. All right. If you have not done it yet, do it as soon as you leave here. Because, honestly, I'm not just saying it because Brad's here and he's a friend of mine. It's my favorite. It's really the only paintball channel I watch. I'll watch other friends of mine, but I really like the way Brad does his, especially the live stuff, and his reviews. He doesn't BS and be like, oh, yeah. Like, for instance, Exalt. I think they make great products. But if he didn't like this, he wouldn't be like, oh, this is the greatest tech mat ever. I love this tech mat.
It's not. The Eclipse ones are better.
Yeah. See? See what I'm saying?
I don't know. They are.
Fanboy.
They are those rubber ones?
Those are nice with the troughs in them.
Yeah.
They are fantastic.
Best tech mat ever.
But they don't roll up like this, and you can't go, oh, I got a freaking.
They do roll up.
I got a pizza roll.
But they don't roll up like that. Anyway, yeah.
Who got it right, Sizik? Yes, who got it right? For a back player, do you need really thick pads?
No.
For a back player, you need a lot of paint. And you need a good voice, and you need good ears because the people are going to be in front of you shouting, and a lot of times they're not going to be turning around. So if you got those old Proteus, was it the Proteus? The JT?
God.
They had the little earpieces that had cups like this, and you could rotate them. And in theory, it was awesome.
In theory.
In theory. But a lot of things in theory are awesome. Like Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
Caliente Pockets. How do you remove strip screws from your marker? You're going to have to tap them, more than likely.
Stripped? Like the head is stripped?
Or you can
There's a lot of ways to do it.
Loctite. You put some red Loctite, just a drop on the actual screw. Put another piece of metal there and let it sit for overnight. You can do that. But if you have the knowledge and know-how, or somebody who knows how to
I can drill them out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd drill it out. You can get a center punch and then punch part of the thread, punch part of the screw, make it flat, and sometimes you can get an Allen wrench to grab. There's a lot of things you can do, but it's not as simple as like, oh, just turn this.
Yeah. Chris,
It's
no,
kind of a
you don't get to give
process.
the points out. Chris, you do not get to give the points out.
200 points.
Brad can give points out.
What are the points for?
Crazy Gamer, I did Sizik. Well, that's between you two. DJ K Styles has a Planet Eclipse tech mat, and it smells terrible from the factory.
Oh.
Not as bad as Valken Infinity smells, and not nearly as bad as Dye CG smells.
Really?
That paint smelled like catfish bait.
Dude, what is with you having a bag of CG
I
still?
got 4 of them.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who the hell keeps paint for like 4 years?
I was offered like $30 for a bag of it, and I was like, I'm gonna hold out for 35. And then the guy
10 years he's gonna be like $60 a bag. Everyone's gonna be like, dude, it's 10 years old.
Well, the guy who was gonna buy it, he actually found some other paint, and he got some other Dye CG, because Dye CG's been out of business, or has not been made for like almost 4 years. And he bought one for like $40 somewhere, opened it up, and it like Benjamin buttoned. It just went. And so I lost my $160 that I was going to sell that case of paint for, or $140.
Why? Man, just go buy 5-star, you'd be good.
Yeah, I agree. But
I mean, like, it's
I
not
did
that
shoot some
good.
of it, and it shot fantastically well. A buddy of mine, Eric, he bought a Tippmann A5, and the person had a bag of Dye CG unopened. And then they're like, oh, yeah, I got this. And then they're wanting to test the Tippmann A5, and they
You're like-
opened up Dye CG and used it.
Yeah.
And so that sucked. But we played with it that next weekend, and it shot fantastically
crazy.
well.
I shot Evil once. This was like 8 years ago. Maybe longer, 10 years ago. I don't know, it was a long time ago. When the Evil was like paper shell, when it was like that, like, I don't know, texture-y kind of shell. And half of the ball was orange and half of it was clear. It sat for so long. It was probably 4 years old. Perfect. Nope.
Really? Wow.
Perfect.
You buy but good paint.
That's one reason I don't think that like roundness matters or whatever. Like, man, I've shot paint with like 90-degree angles on it,
Yeah.
and it's perfectly fine.
My brother has shot paintballs that are every bit that big, probably 90 caliber. He has his old PMI 2. You take the back cap out of it, and like they've been sitting and they got wet, and then you go to the field the next week and they're all swollen.
Yeah, sure.
He'll take them, and he'll take the paintball and kind of push it into the top tube, and then he'll take his fingers and just ting, 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 and then kind of tap, 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 kind of like Adam Sandler and Happy going tap, tap, tappity, tap.
Tap, taparoo.
He's like tappity, tap, tap, taparoo, and taps it in, and then he pumps it. Then he has to pull the paintball, literally pull the paintball down through the little windows, get it in there, and then he'll take his pump and just pump, 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 and it shoots.
Your brother's weird.
Yes, he is. Kalen Saunders, tips
Ben
for
is
playing with a
weird.
pistol. Ben is weird, but he's awesome. He got a TPX and could use some tips for improving my skills. Just go out and play. Play
Yeah.
against everybody. Don't just go, I'm going to only play against pumps or
Get a Phenom. Get the X7 Phenom
the
barrel.
Phenom.
Or the Phenom barrel. Those barrels are pretty sweet, and they're like $25.
I like the Hammerheads and the Lapco.
I know they're just expensive.
They are expensive. But I would definitely get a different barrel besides the stock barrel that comes with the TIPX. It's really loud and it's short and it's not that
Phenom
accurate.
barrels are like 10-inch, and they look really good on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So these people botched, man. Crazy Gamer didn't get it right. Nobody's gotten it yet. Bro, it smells like skunk.
I mean, V-Force? I mean, like, I could guess, but I really don't know.
I think it was Brass Eagle.
You think this is your question? You should know.
Oh,
the
yeah.
answer.
Mitchell Birch even just said V-Force used to be Brass Eagle. It wasn't my question. I let Sizik.
Oh. Man, that's a good question, though.
It is a good question. Ben still has some first choice from 1998. First choice was the paint that my brother, Ben, and I
Like,
had in
why?
our field.
Why?
He's Ben. He plays with a gun from 1943.
He has too much stuff.
He does. But
Isn't it
first
like a
choice was good
burden?
paint.
Man, I would be like stressed out if I had that much stuff.
Z Leader. Yeah, Brass Eagle though. I thought Brass Eagle made Z Leader.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, but was that V-Force? I mean, Z-Leader was an actual mask. Was it a brand?
Yeah, he said, yeah, Brass Eagle owns Z Leader. Yeah. So we had Z Leader, Brass Eagle, goggles, a couple of them. They had these ones that were like a profiler. They were huge, and we had like one of those in our field, 96 to 99. And we're the first person, we're like, we're getting that. And so, yeah, you could actually see they wouldn't fog up. It was a single pane lens. If you're out there, tell us what that name of that Brass Eagle.
I was going to say
What
Ben.
was it?
I feel like Ben should know. I don't know.
Jake from NorCal, QMTO just put up a video shooting nitro duct paint out an ICD freeze. Yeah, that would have been first choice. That was made by Nitro Duct.
Nitro duct? Someone just put a video out of that? What?
QMT just put a video shooting nitro duct paint.
Kyle, you have an interview tomorrow, and you're up till 12 watching live streams. Paintball is life. Paintball is life for both of us, too. So, I don't know. It's good and bad, but like literally life.
Good luck with your interview, though. What's your interview for? Anyone remember Monster Ball? Yeah, I got a scar like inside my cranium from Monster Ball one time. Not really, but it was really, really hard paint. Yeah, I need 5 more to get 600. So yeah, most of these people here, I'm assuming, are subscribers. But
Yeah. Z-leader. Where's the Z-leader?
Chris, you cannot give points.
Points for what?
For being honest, you cannot give points, but I'll give you 102 points just to 2-up Chris.
I'll be
Crazy
honest.
gamer.
I'm gonna give points away in live streams at some point here,
I do every once in a while. I'll be like, I'll give you 1,000,000 points for this question.
but I'm gonna give like legit points away. So at one point during one of the live streams I did, we had at the end of the live stream I was like, okay, go to this link and take this quiz, and you got points for taking the quiz. I'm gonna at some point implement that quiz again, and then give people points in chat for doing stuff.
That'd be cool.
But that takes a lot of time to manage. I don't have that time right now. So.
Brandon Hardy.
But it's gonna happen, and you can win stuff.
First, Brandon Peer. Am I saying that right? P-I-E-H-R. How often should you change the O-rings on an Empire Axe? When they break.
No. Not when they break, because you could be at the field and they break.
Yeah,
And then
but
what? You don't have.
Just take O-rings with you. They're easy to change them, especially on the bolt and all that kind of stuff.
That's true.
Just take an extra set with you. There's not a set time, but probably about 20 cases or so.
No, you can go more than that. It just matters how good you do maintenance, really.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you're correctly greasing the gun every time you play paintball, you could probably go for
A year.
70,000 shots. But I mean, just do it at 50 or 60,000.
Yeah, which is about 25, 30 cases. So if a friend is going to buy his first speedball gun, what would you say to buy? Depends on budget. I'm going to assume that he's first getting into it. I'd go with either a Mini GS or an Axe 2 or an Etha 2, Axe 2.0.
Yep.
For like $400 an Etha 2, 420, 425, Axe 2.0. But $300 for a Mini GS, that is hard to beat.
A ditto.
Let's see.
When I wear hats backwards like this, I feel like I'm like,
Pimp.
no, like what person in a movie do I remind you
You
of?
remind me of that. Did you ever watch The Simpsons? You know the dog that not that you're a dog. They had a cartoon. I can't remember the dog's name, but he was all cool and he wore his hat backwards, and I can't think of his name though
No,
because I hadn't
I
watched
think
The
that I
Simpsons
feel
in
like
20
I'm
years.
like Woody Harrelson. Is that
And White Man Can't Jump? Yeah, you do.
like
yeah.
whenever I wear a hat backwards, I feel like I should be in White Man Can't Jump.
That is awesome.
Classic movie. Classic.
Bornax. Hey Jake, you can't hear Jimmy. Got a sweet banner for being XO from Mad Frog. He was awesome. Yeah, I met him kind of at Living Legends. He's been doing scenario games for years, and he's got a pretty sweet school bus that's all painted like green and stuff.
Yeah, I think I saw that today.
Yeah.
I don't know where I saw that, but I saw a picture of that somewhere.
Okay, we got 3.
Like a full-size school bus.
Yeah, like a 48 passenger.
Yeah. I think I
Or more than that, maybe a 96. I think it's like a 96 passenger.
big ass
My dad
school
used to sell school buses, so I think the bigger ones are like 96.
I want to buy a school bus and live in it. And drive around to paintball tournaments.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That would be.
I
And
kinda
have your
wanna
whole
do that.
setup and everything in there?
Yep.
Let's see, Armando. Good questions by Armando. I'm not even looking at names. If you have $3,000 to spend in a complete setup, what will you pick?
Shit. I mean, that's more than... I don't think you could spend that much. But it depends on how you define complete setup. too.
Yeah, if you're talking pants, gear,
Yeah, everything. I normally think setup, and I'm like gun, tank, hopper. You know, like that core stuff.
barrel plug.
Well, if you're
Barrel
buying
plug or barrel sleeve?
barrel cover.
Yeah. But you prefer a barrel cover instead of a barrel
Well,
plug?
we're like required to use them. Where lets you use barrel plugs?
I know fields that allow you to use a swab.
Well, I mean, it's not much better than a barrel plug.
Yeah. Well, it actually could be better because you can push it all the way down. But if you're using...
But it slides out super easy.
You can.
The plugs have O-rings, so they like jam in there.
Yeah.
Either way, you shouldn't use both of either of those.
Chris, you lost 3 points, so no.
A whole setup for $3,000. I mean, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'll just name all the stuff I like. What would I buy? I guess all brand new stuff. I guess I'd have to go with CS 1.5, Spire 3, an Empire 80. Still, man, V-Force Profiler, vintage Air Pants, Bunker King Supreme Pack. I don't wear jerseys, so dye elbow pads, dye knee pads, dye slider shorts. I don't know.
I'd buy a CCM S6, which I already did. I would buy a Ninja SL68 or a 77, depending on what marker I'm going to have. But if I'm going to have my S6, I'm going to have a 68. I love my Spire, so I probably wouldn't go with anything different. So, I mean, that's with the Spire being on sale for like $100. If they're still doing that, I think they are.
Yeah, but there are only graphic colors left.
That's true. So say $200. So that's 200. Tanks 200.
Dude, I mean, you have $3,000.
Yeah,
You might as well just give us $3,000.
that's true.
I mean, you've already only spent like $900. You got $2,000 left.
I would buy $2,000 worth of paint.
Right? That's like the real answer.
That is exactly what I would do. I'd buy a good marker, something I'm
But
happy
if you
with.
don't have anything, you kind
If I didn't have anything, and I was going to start from scratch, I haven't shot a lot of the high-end markers. So I would just assume that I would probably go, okay, I'll get a CSR.
Yeah.
Get a
Yeah.
Ninja 77 because, I mean, my arms are not super long, but I'd like being a little bit stretched out with my arms. So a 77 would be great for me with a Pro V2 regulator. So you're looking at $230.
I'll get one of those.
CS 1.5?
I don't know if I'd put this hopper on it, but I'm just curious. Oh man, see how that still sticks up high? The friggin' RSV neck thing's a joke. Hopper is huge though. Look at how big that thing is. Look at how
Yeah.
huge it is.
Let me see that.
I mean, that thing is that's a big
beast.
hopper.
But it does hold, I mean, it doesn't feel heavy though.
No, they're not heavy. I mean, what is that? I don't even know how big that hopper is. Probably 260. That's not how that works.
Is it auto trigger?
The invisible
Auto trigger?
pumpkin.
I want to get a CS1 1.5 and pump it out.
That would be so cool. I don't think you could do that. It's like impossible.
No,
You can't seal that chamber.
probably not. Someone's got a Dangerous Power G5 and I need a hopper. What kind of hopper is good? Depends on the money. I'd probably go with a Prophecy Z2 for $100.
Yeah, that's typically kind of what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
I'm like Halo 2 for 65, Z2s are 100, level 155.
best gun under $5. I would say a Brass Eagle.
Anthony, I saw you today. You didn't. I don't think I didn't see you in my live stream. God damn it.
Anthony wasn't here on yours. Where did Anthony
No,
go?
different Anthony.
Oh, okay.
Tubba.
Oh, Tubba, what's
His
up?
real name's
He
Anthony.
was in there. He asked a question, I
Did
think.
he? I missed it. I missed
think.
it. I actually saw him in real life,
Oh,
IRL,
really?
today.
But under $5, an Eagle, a Brass, or yeah, the Talon. It costs more than $5, but it shouldn't, because it's a piece of junk. But
How about this
blowgun,
hopper?
slingshot. See that? Oh yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Hand me that, please. This hopper is from Valken. You can tell it's Valken by the way it is, because it says Valken.
By the
There's-
way it is.
There's this thing called Nature Walks. If you have not gone, look up Nature Walks.
What is that from?
Neature Walks. It's this guy, he's from Canada, and he walks around,
yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
hey, sometimes, I like being out in nature, man. It's pretty fun. And so he goes up to this, he's like, hey, this is an aspen tree. You can tell it's an aspen tree by the way it is. That's pretty neat. So, that's pretty neat. This is pretty neat here. You can tell it's from Valken by the way it is. This is a 120 round hopper for 50 cal paintballs. I go on nature walks. Nature walks. Nature walks.
God, it is so small.
VM68 Pro Comp. Jake wasn't in the chat. I was in the chat. I had my phone going. I just didn't feel like putting you in timeout. This, though, we got it. This
Look at how cute it is.
It is pretty cute. It's a little bitty. Let me see. Where's the... There we go. That is the new Valken 50 caliber, low impact, kind of like a Splatmaster from JT. I really like this thing. I did a video on it with my brother today, and he enjoyed making that video a little too much.
So, see that smoke-colored one?
That's
that
cool.
smoke one is awesome. And look at like the tactical one with the stock on it. So cool. Well, pretty terrible at this. Look at how cool that is. That thing is awesome.
It is pretty sweet.
I totally interrupted.
I
I just think
good.
it's rad.
But it's low impact 50 cal. It's got a barrel on it that's aluminum. It's got a cool pump.
Well, it's aluminium.
Aluminium, as Junior Brown would say.
Does he say that? That's probably deafening everybody.
Yeah. So that right there, I think that these are one of the best things that's happened to paintball in the last 20 years. Because this is for ages 8 and up. 8-year-olds don't want to get shot by a 68 caliber paintball.
60-aught.
60-aught. Yeah. 60-aught. 68 caliber paintball. So these right here, it's like 110 feet per second, and literally you can shoot somebody from this close and it doesn't really hurt at all. So it gets the little kids used to shooting, moving around, getting shot. So then when they go from 50 caliber to 68, it's not that big of a jump. Of course, it will sting a little more, but it gets them used to it. First-time players, moms, dads that have never played before, they're like, hey, Junior, let's go play some paintball. They go out there and do this. They're like, this is awesome. You can literally shoot 10 feet away, and it doesn't hurt. You shoot somebody with an electronic paintball marker, yeah, and this is the hopper. Get to the hopper.
I think it's cool.
I like it.
It's definitely better than the Z200, the Splatmaster one.
Yeah. It's more of a solid feel.
I mean, it sucks that they just completely ripped off the Z200, but I mean, they just straight ripped off the Splatmaster. There's no like.
A much better hopper.
I mean, I guess they didn't rip it off because they improved it.
Proved it greatly.
But it's definitely just straight up like, let's just make one of those.
And they did. The pump feels nice, and it's just a really well built, cheap plastic marker, $40. So if you know somebody, an 8-year-old kid or something that's like, man, I want to get into paintball, that to me is the way to go instead of getting them a cheap Spider or cheap Titman or something. They're a little kid, they maybe don't want to get hit too much.
Because those are neat, because
really
you
good.
can shoot them like in a backyard or something too. You could just set like targets up. It's not like as loud and as messy, and I don't know. It's just kind of cool.
Bobby says, at Ben Crulin, do I know you? I don't think you do. I think you two would make a good couple, though. I think I'm going to work on putting you together. Shoot each other, Ben says. I don't think we have any 50 cal reball. So, just spring powered. Yes, it is spring powered. I'll play speedball with it. Brad's gotten tired and he's leaving. Brad versus Jake, low impact right now. Game of games, yes. Ballistic Ben's Game O Games. The most fun I've ever had playing paintball. It's been the last 4 Game of Games, which is all we've had. The Game of Games is going to be held this time, is August 13th. It's a Sunday. If you're in the Northern California area, it's going to be around Vallejo, American Canyon. And it is at American Canyon Paintball Jungle. So we chose to have it there because it's in the woods. So it's going to be about 15, 20 degrees cooler than pretty much anywhere else. Game of Games is going to be awesome. Brad's been to 3 of them, and he's gotten some really good footage. So check out Paintball Ruin My Life's videos on Game O Games. You can probably just type in Ballistic Ben, Ballistic, Ben. On my channel, you can definitely check it out. I probably have 30 different videos from games we play. We don't just play capture the flag. We don't just play elimination. Like one game, we play freeze tag, where you get shot, kneel down, frozen. If your teammate comes and tags you, you're back in the game. If the other team comes and tags you, you're out. Gladiators was a really popular game. We each have a plastic or a cardboard shield that's about that tall, and You get shot in the shield and it breaks on the shield, you're fine. You get shot in the arm, you drop that arm, and you have to hold your marker and your shield in the same arm. You get shot in the leg, you're hopping around. You get shot through the shield, and you get hit in the body and it breaks on your head or torso, then you're out. And that's how I was eliminated both of the times. Can you sub on all your other accounts? Sure. Awesome, Hot Mustang. Appreciate the subscription. I definitely do. Anybody got a count for subscribers? You remember the guy who left his shield in the open, went for it, and got pinned? Yeah, that was my buddy Eric. He didn't leave it. He had his the little zip tie, which was the handle, on his pod pack, on one of his pods. He takes off running, and the wind caught it, and it flew. So he got to a bunker, and I was like, Eric, you have to get your shield. So he has to run back there, gets his shield, gets immediately shot in the arm, so he can't do anything with this arm, and he's sitting there, and he just has it leaning on his head, and I got good video footage of that. So 597. Gosh. Well, I'm going to have to leave pretty soon because Brad's been here since like probably 3 o'clock this morning because he's kind of scared to go home at night because people get shot over here. It was a pretty bad situation Tuesday. Thank God the police officer is apparently doing well. Police officer got his gun taken from him and shot in the face, but he was in stable condition. That was literally a couple blocks away at the...
Like 400 feet.
Yeah. So...
Kind of crazy. That's what, if you knew you people were in the live stream Tuesday that I did, that's when there was a point when I was like, I don't know what's going on outside. There's like helicopters and police everywhere.
And a plane.
I really didn't know what happened until I got home.
So, but I'm going to give a 10-second countdown.
10 seconds. For
Yeah,
what?
to go.
10.
9.
I don't know.
8.
It's like
7.
New Year's Eve.
6. 5. 4. 3. I think I got your message. 2. 1.